The media is very East Coast focused, though, but you've got to be pretty naive to think the prolonged DNC tonight is for any reason other than diminishing Biden's visibility. He spoke at 10:30 Central, so that was about, 8:30 my time? That's right, it went until 9 o'clock, and I was like, gosh, this is late. So 10:30, so it's like 11:30 East Coast, right? So everybody's in bed, right? All right, so I would like to remind, he says, this is not even a close call, okay? Give me a break. And I felt the same way. A lot of people did. Like, how pilled do you have to be, he says, to think that it's just a coincidence that the president of the United States doesn't speak until so late? It's just a coincidence. Oops, our schedule got busy. Sorry, there was raucous applause. All right, that was the DNC's excuse on this. Britt Hume came out and he had a good point. He says, it really says a lot about the Democratic Party that it would not ask its abortion speakers to just wait a little bit so that their president could speak at a reasonable hour on a night that's supposedly devoted to him. It's late, man. And that was all by design. Now, the DNC came out and they said, because of the raucous applause, interrupting speaker after speaker, because we were just so excited, we ultimately skipped elements of our program to ensure we could get to President Biden as quickly as possible so that he could speak directly to the American people. We're proud of the electric atmosphere in our convention hall and proud that our convention is showcasing the broad and diverse coalition behind Harris walls throughout the week on and off the stage. Wow. Interesting. So that's why they pushed it back so late. And they were also talking about this on the media. This guy is no MAGA Trumper. He's Chris Cillizza. And I think he was formerly one of the big magazine or whatever. But here's what he said too. He says, the fact that Biden went on at 11:30 p.m. was a major screw up. Okay, the only thing you have to do here is honor Biden, make sure they tell Kamala's story. They tried to do both at once and it got weird. And so here's this guy. I think he's right. Let's turn this volume up. Boost that, baby.
They went on way too long. And you got to plan better, right? You got to plan better. If you want to honor the current president of the United States, you got to plan better. You can't have him go on at 11:26 p.m. So to me, I don't think it's a huge story. I don't think it changes anybody's votes that Joe Biden went on after prime time. It doesn't. But I do think it speaks to how awkward Monday night was.
Yeah, it's awkward because they stabbed him in the back in real time, okay? He was out there eulogizing himself. And they bumped him. It's like they bumped the main act so nobody would see it. And I like how he said former president, right? That was a little bit of a Freudian slip there. It's like the former president, he's gone already. Oh, shoot. No, he's not. He's actually still the president. And we have to all deal with that for the next little bit here. So, yeah, it's come on, guys. Can you show him a little respect? I felt bad for Biden, even though he's Joe Biden. So it was very fleeting. I'm like, wow, these people are ruthless. And there was Nancy Pelosi there in the crowd, just going through the motions. We love Joe. Yeah, we love Joe. Thank you, Joe. They're just all, okay, brutal. So you're only useful to them as long as you're useful to them. So here's Joe Biden. Now, he was also a couple moments where he got off script here. Bill Hemmer from Fox pointed these out, and I caught definitely that first one where he was talking about those protesters having a point. And we'll see if they take that to heed today.
Two bit of news here. You may not have been able to catch it from watching this speech. He ad-libbed two lines that I think made news. Number one, those protesters outside have a point. And then he went on to say on both sides, he ad-libbed that line. And then he said toward the end, he said, all that talk that I was angry to step down, it's not true. That was not in the prompter either.
It's not true. And he got a little bit off keister there a few times during the day, and he was very angry. And there was an interesting conspiracy theory I saw actually from Clay Travis on X. He was saying one of his conspiracy theories was maybe they didn't actually give Joe the real shot back during the debate, the booster shot that gives him that adrenaline or whatever this is, as we'll watch. But that could be curious. Oh yeah, just go pump him up full of his magic sauce. And they go, yeah, here you go. It's just a little placebo. Nope, nothing. He walks out and slurs all over himself for 2.5 hours or whatever that was, 2 hours.